Stadium, the first of which we bring you live. The USA against Venezuela from Group A in the 1993 Copa America. Good evening from Angus Loughran. Welcome to Eurosport's continued coverage of the Copa America. A capacity crowd here in the National Stadium in Quito, the capital city of Ecuador, and they're looking forward to seeing Ecuador against Uruguay, the main feature of tonight's programme, and we'll bring you full coverage of that at lunchtime tomorrow. But before that, live coverage of this game between USA and Venezuela. This is the stadium where Venezuela were humbled on the opening night in the Copa America, losing by 6-1 to the host nation who've made such a bright start. Our referee from Peru, Alberto Tiraja. USA still the only side in the Copa America without a goal and without a point. They know that their only hope of qualifying is for a big win this evening. Well, Venezuela have only won one match in their Copa America history, and tonight's their 30th game, and that was back in 1969 when they beat Bolivia 3-0 in Montevideo. Well, their performance on Saturday when they got a 2-2 draw against Uruguay was arguably the shock of the Copa America so far. Brad Friedel, the goalkeeper of the USA, who include just 4 of the side that defeated England in that remarkable match just 13 days ago. Friedel keeps out Tony Meola, who was very disappointed not to be in the starting lineup for these matches in the Copa America. Friedel winning his 3rd cap this evening. It's a very young Venezuela side who I'm sure are going to go out for attack. When I was in this stadium for that opening match, I was disappointed with the way that they tumbled like a pack of cards in the second half. Carlos Garcia, number 2, who was sent off for a disgraceful professional foul on Aguinaga, comes back into the side tonight, and he'll be wearing number 2. The photographers who will be sending their photos back all over the world. Mijatovic, the Yugoslav coach of the USA. Vladimir Dudovic, incidentally, is a Yugoslav coach of Venezuela. And when you think that Ecuador are coached by Yugoslav Dusan Draskovic, it's a competition that's being dominated on the coaching side by the Yugoslavs. It's likely to get dark here in approximately 50 minutes time. So this huge crowd who've been in their places now for well over an hour are very patient for what they regard as to be another night of celebration, as Ecuador are through already to the quarter-finals. But a victory tonight will secure them a place in this stadium for their quarter-final clash, and arguably the far easier half of the draw. Away we go then for this important game in Group A. Venezuela in their white shirts playing from left to right, with the United States attacking the goal to our left-hand side in the first half. I expect to see a much more offensive USA performance tonight. Speaking to their coaching staff in the build-up to the game, tonight they assured me they'd be going for goals. And it's interesting that Tab Ramos, number 9, is going to play in a much freer role. Free kick to Venezuela. Hernandez quickly takes it. This is Rivas. He scored in the match against Uruguay. What a moment it was for him. And Brad Friedel, who made one absolutely outstanding save in the first game against Uruguay. It was a reflex save that'll stay in my mind long past the end of this tournament. Henderson to Alexi Lalas, who's jumped up in popularity and in acknowledgement to the American public after his goal against England. That's Henderson trying to weave his way through. And Venezuela, through Garcia, clear their lines only for a throw-in. Getting booed every time he touches the ball, and that's not a surprise because many felt that his foul on Aguinaga was of a cynical nature. So the easy to recognise Alexi Lalas joined the side in the Olympic Games with a huge towering throw, only half cleared. USA in their chain strip tonight of all blue, looking to try and get an opportunity, but the flag's got up for offside. It won't count. Peter Vermees there, shooting from outside the penalty area. He's the third leading scorer joint, one behind Nick Van Elder, 10 behind the leading all-time scorer of USA, Bruce Murray, formerly played in Holland in the Dutch league with Volendam. 3 minutes gone then in the capital of Ecuador, in the Quito Stadium, where tonight we have a double-header, the first which we bring you live. USA and Venezuela in Group A of the Copa America. Caliguri. Henderson drifts inside and tries a shot. And it's something that will please the USA bench. They were instructing their players to shoot more, try and force Jose Gomez, who's coming to replace Dudamel, who conceded 6 goals in this stadium in the first match. Garcia loses out. Henderson again. USA coming forward. Ramos. And it was the shot from John Doyle, who scored the winner in the CONCACAF Cup match against Mexico, now playing in San Francisco. 4 minutes played. USA 0, Venezuela 0. In a group which also comprises of Ecuador and Uruguay, who are both qualified. All 4 quarterfinals incidentally live here on Eurosport over the weekend. And the interesting thing there is that there will not be replays, there will not be extra time. It's a straight 90 minutes followed by penalty shootouts, and there must be a fair chance that at least one will go to penalties. Hernandez, a little bit of space now for the Venezuelans, who've crept forward into the USA half, almost unnoticed there for their first attack on 5 minutes. Alexi Lalas leave it to Clavio. 0-0. Here's Chris Henderson. Was a reserve in the squad of the World Cup in 1990. Currently studying at the University of Los Angeles. Venezuela, whose Copa America pedigree is limited, as I said, with just the 1 win back in 1969, and they've managed 5 draws. 1 or 2 of the journalists from Caracas who I've been speaking to have been telling me that it would be a great achievement for them if they could get a victory here tonight, even if they fail to qualify. The expectations perhaps in Venezuela aren't as high as they are in other Latin American countries. Certainly these 2 sides arguably have the least critical media core of those who are represented here over this month. Henderson again. Foul not given. Play on. And that's going to be kept in or not? No, it overran, and even the speed of Chris Henderson couldn't keep that one in. Goal kick. You're watching Eurosport's coverage of the 1993 Copa America. We're coming down to the final batch of matches in each group. And in the next 3 days, we'll have the quarter-finalists known. And they're all over the weekend and all live here on Eurosport. Chris Henderson. Header down from Hernandez. Here's Henderson again. He's seeing a lot of the ball in the first 10 minutes. This is Dominic Kinnear. Floats one to the back post, and the header comes in. It's the first corner. Cobi Jones came powering in at the far post. He was guilty of missing some chances, notably against Ecuador. But the first corner, one after 7 minutes. Still no goals, but Cobi Jones there with a flying header, going very close. Here he is again. This time he drives one, but not going to achieve much with that. So still 0-0, but USA have had 2 shots on target already. What a header, and what a drive. Here's Garcia. The crowd don't like him, and they still remember a week ago the incident which really did offend the public here. Vermes plays the nice ball inside, and again tight marking. This time Hernandez did well for Venezuela. But it's been a positive start here from the USA. Here's Kinnear. Cobi Jones was calling for it. This is Ramos. Henderson with him, but spreading the play across field to John Doyle. Some good play here from the USA, who are definitely fielding what is almost a reserve side when you think of the European players who aren't here. Here's Henderson. It's been a relentless spell from the USA. He skipped down to the byline, puts in the cross again, and this time it's only half cleared. The shot comes in from Lalas. So the USA is sticking to their policy of all-out attack here. Yet to score a goal in the Copa America, their first appearance, and they got qualification by winning the CONCACAF Cup, which incidentally all starts on the 10th of July with USA taking on Jamaica. They also face Panama and Honduras, so there's no live-up for a side whose international season began on January the 30th with a 2-2 draw against Denmark in Tempe, and I've seen them record just 4 victories this year against FC Zurich, Saudi Arabia, Kedah and England. Heaviest defeats? Well, they lost 4-1 to Honduras, and the only other time they conceded 4 goals was in that fine performance when they lost 4-3 to Germany. Here they come again in search of their first goal. Ramos. This is Vermes, puts in a cross, but that's a wasted cross. In fact, it drifts out for a throw, or just kept in and goes now for a goal kick. Certainly, I think you'll find that Ecuador have a huge advantage playing here. The altitude is a major factor on all these players, apart from the home-based ones. And we've been playing 10 minutes here, and there's been no goal so far. This is Marco Matias. Venezuela have only drifted into the USA half so far. No more. It's a capacity crowd. They're here, I'm sure, mainly to watch Ecuador, who are on next. And we'll have the full match for you at lunchtime tomorrow. Lalas, Henderson calling for it and getting it. And stalemate so far. The USA have at least tried to be more constructive. Sergio Hernandez, just 20, gets the return. He played as a sweeper over the weekend. This is Carlos Garcia. He's got a bit of pace in his runs from the back. Gonzalez. Very young side Venezuela have produced here in this Copa America, and certainly their performance against Uruguay and Ambato surprised many. In the lead twice and nearly holding on for a famous victory. It's gone out for a throw into the USA. To be taken by Fernando Clavijo. Caliguri. Alexi Lalas. Caliguri again. Patient stuff from the USA. They don't want to commit themselves too early, I think I've discovered in the policy, but they are playing two up front with Ramos in a free roll just behind the back. And here is Ramos. That's a fine searching ball, but Gomez read the situation, and Dominic Kinnear, who was incidentally born in Glasgow, but now very much basing himself in San Francisco. 13.5 minutes played. Free kick to Venezuela. It's a wonderful setting for a football stadium, this, in the heart of the city, with houses on the far side as we look above, drifting into the night sky. And certainly when it comes to playing under floodlights, you get a panoramic view of the stadium, which is 3/4 under cover. So if there were any rain, we're just out of the rainy season in Ecuador, it would not be a pleasant place to watch football. But the main stand from where these pictures are coming is of a newer design, and the playing surface is very fair indeed. They did say they had one or two draining problems at the start of the year, but not now. Here's Lalas. Shot charge down. USA are having 60–70% of the possession. They have created a couple of chances, but no more. Lalas again on halfway. And that's drifting out of play for a throw into Venezuela. Well, it's been a quiet start. One would have to be honest. Just the header from Kobe Jones, which brought the only corner of the first quarter of an hour. But often these group matches are like games of chess. And we played now exactly 15 minutes. USA 0, Venezuela 0, live on Eurosport in the Group A from the 1993 Copa America. John Doyle. Clay Koeman, and Venezuela pick up possession once again. This is Filosa, nice run from him. Hernandez takes it up, and away come the States with Lalas, trying hard to break possession. This is Chris Henderson. He's not afraid to run at defenders. Still Henderson, good tackle. A very important challenge from Leonardo Gonzalez. And Venezuela on the break now, and they've got 3 against 2 here. This is Palencia, who scored in this stadium. Still Palencia drives and wide. And he'll be disappointed that the shot couldn't match the build-up, which was first class. And Venezuela's best chance comes after 16 minutes. Caliguri. Patient from the back. And it's Kurin. And again, Caliguri might be involved once again, but this time Kurin plays it forward. And Henderson goes in for the challenge and goes in again. And that was well played from Chris Henderson. Dominic Kinnear. John Doyle. 0-0 here in Quito in Group A in the Copa America. USA 0, Venezuela 0. Header away by Mateus, not that far. Kinnear. Oh yes, did that nicely. Here's Chris Henderson on the edge of the penalty area, wanting support and getting the return. Surely his best option is to go outside his man. Flag's gone up though, and there was never any chance of the USA staying onside if the play was so tight. Henderson, well, there were 4 of them offside, including Tab Ramos on the near side. 0-0 then in Quito. You're watching Eurosport's coverage, continued coverage of the Copa America. Hope you're enjoying the action that we're bringing to you from Ecuador, live where appropriate, and full uninterrupted matches the following day from the very late evening kickoffs in Quito and Guayaquil. Just the one chance for Venezuela, and the 2 shots on target for Ecuador so far. And offside. USA 0, Venezuela 0. We've been playing 18 minutes here. And there's not really been too much sign of a breakthrough other than that looping header, which forced a good save. Venezuela claiming they might have won a free kick, but Alberto Tavares waved away the protests. Here's John Doyle. 56th cap this evening. Ramos. And that's a foul, surely. Free kick. Kobe Jones, who at 22 is surely going to be in the starting lineup of Bora Milutinovic for the first World Cup match in the group in the finals next year. Interesting character, Bora Milutinovic, has never taken a side to qualify for the World Cup. Managed Costa Rica in the finals in Italy and managed host nation Mexico in 1986, and will be taking charge of the USA. And despite his non too fluent English language, he's very popular amongst the players. And the one thing about the USA is that they have a tremendous backup team, and you're never short of information from them. And from that point of view, the World Cup is a certain winner and a big success already. Alexi Lalas then. Will this be a deep arcing throw? Going towards the centre. Only half-headed on and a goal! And it had to come for the unmarked. It was Chris Henderson who got it. And to be quite honest, he's been involved in the play so much. He deserves that. USA score the opening goal of the game after 20 minutes. And Chris Henderson gets it. He was completely unmarked. And to be quite honest, if he hadn't scored here, one would have wondered if they'd ever score, but he's got the goal. The state's opening goal in the Copa America. And after 20 minutes, we have a breakthrough here in Quito. So 22 minutes gone then, and Chris Henderson, who scored only one goal earlier in the year in the 2-1 win against FC Zurich, opens the scoring after 21 minutes. The long throw from Alexis Lalas, and the USA now delighted. Here he is again, Henderson might try a shot, plays the ball inside, there's an opportunity for a second maybe. They've got plenty of room, he's overrun it. And Cobi Jones will be very disappointed with his first touch there. Venezuela have it all to do now. They're a goal behind. They only managed one goal in the last Copa America. The game surely will open up now. USA leading by 1-0. Flag goes up as we've reached the midway point in this first half. A half where chances have been few and far between, and we've only had one corner kick. But we've had one decisive goal, and it came after 21 minutes. Chris Henderson, a reserve member of the World Cup squad in 1990. The 22-year-old student at the University of Los Angeles grabs his second goal in 1993, and the USA score their first goal in this year's Copa America and lead by 1-0. What can Venezuela do in reply? Well, it's still a major surprise how they managed to draw 2-2 with Uruguay at the weekend and very nearly win the match. Because, to be quite honest, we've not seen too much of them in the opening quarter of this match. Caliguri. John Doyle. Caliguri again. Go forward is the cry. This is Kinnear. Caliguri. Patient stuff from the back, from the USA side. Still just the one goal, but now they're caught at the back defensively. But can Venezuela take advantage of it? And the answer is no. Very, very slow to react to the opportunities that they've got in this tournament. They've not had many, but bit of a mess. That's offside. Tab Ramos disappointed by the decision, but he was clear-cut as taking his bite of water. Bora Milutinovic. "25 minutes played then in Quito. USA 1, Venezuela 0. If you've just come in, a very good evening to you. I know it's coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning in Central Europe and coming up to midnight in the UK. Hope you're enjoying our live coverage from the 1993 Copa America. Our live game tonight for you has been played 25 minutes, and at the moment the USA are leading Venezuela in Group A by 1-0. Lalas' throw, who made the goal. It was a header on from the edge of the 6-yard box, and unmarked Chris Henderson getting his second goal of 1993, the other against FC Zurich, and that's our opening goal. We've been playing 26 minutes then. And no flag this time, and a great opportunity, and it should have been a second goal. There's no doubt there that Dominic Kinnear should have done better. Blasted it over. I think it took a deflection. Well, here he is. He gets the through ball, runs on his own. Now what happens? Kinnear, well, it was saved. Corner. A second corner for the USA. Chris Henderson to come over and take it. 26 minutes played. The goal scorer floats one into the near post, and it's only half cleared. Better second clearance than the first one. Both sides claiming the throw, but surely that's to Venezuela. Echenauzi. He was the player who managed their only goal in the 91 Copa America. He was in a 5-1 defeat against Peru, born in Argentina. USA then leading Venezuela by 1-0. We played 27 minutes here in Quito, and a capacity crowd of 44,000 here, primarily I would imagine to watch the second game, which is Ecuador against Uruguay. Goal kick. And really Venezuela haven't had too many openings in this match. The corner count is 2-0 in favour of USA. The shot count, well, USA have managed 5 efforts, one of which has been off target, one of which has provided the goal, one of which has gone out for a corner on this side, and the near side, the other the header by Kobe Jones, and the other the weak shot from Dominic Kinnear. So as far as attacking play, it's been minimal, but it's still a significant scoreline. Caliguri with the throw. 28 minutes played then. And USA leading by 1-0. And what a relief that must be to them to have scored their first goal in the first appearance of the States in the Copa America. It would have been embarrassing, I think, for them to have gone away from their first Copa America without managing a goal. They'll be now anxious to make sure it's a victory. Wonder just how Venezuela will approach the second and thirds of the match, because we're 29 minutes played. We've nearly reached the third marker. USA would really like a second, and then they could maybe put a bit of pressure on other potential quarter-finalists. I think if they were to win 3-0, the group would well provide a third quarter-final placing. Free kick to Venezuela. A little bit over-enthusiastic from Kinnear. Away comes Carlos Garcia. And still Garcia. This should be one for Friedel. So we played exactly half an hour. 30 minutes played, USA 1, Venezuela 0 here in the Copa America. No flag this time, it's come up late. It came late, and that's what disappointed Vermes. Initially, no flag, but it was very late. Goal kick, 15 minutes to half-time. USA are 1 goal in front here. Koeman. Caliguri. That was nothing. That was absolutely nothing. No wonder there's howls from the bench there, because there were 3 or 4 other options and a complete waste. Away comes Kinnear. More blue shirts powering forward. Ramos making his run, but he dwelt too long there. Matthias. Flag goes up. And for the 5th time, the USA are caught offside. And 2 or 3 have been needless affairs. Here's Ramos. Now, he played a lot on the right-hand side in the first two matches, but did switch again. This is Kinnear. The goal scorer, Henderson, is outside and to the left. And he gets to return. So this is Kinnear. Oh. Another wasted opportunity. Matthias for Venezuela. We'll have 13 minutes to the break. Offside again. It's 9 offsides we've had in the first 32 minutes. And 1 or 2 cat whistles from the crowd, who clearly aren't finding the entertainment level up to much, but hopefully they'll be rewarded with something better in the remaining hour. But it's interesting to watch this game, because remember, the USA are the host nation for next year's World Cup finals, and it's always good to just see how they're progressing. I know that the likes of Roy Wegerle and John Harkes aren't with the party, and I get a feeling that they, on their day, have got a great side, but not a great squad. I think that's what Boran Milutinovic is going to try and have to build on in the 12 months or just under to the start of the World Cup finals. Venezuela, I think, highly unlikely to be a part of that. The qualifying will bring Venezuela in a group with Bolivia, Ecuador, Uruguay and Brazil. And that all gets underway in August and September. Now, it would be a major shock if they were to be one of the 2 from that group of 5 who qualify for the finals. 11 minutes to go then to half-time in Quito. You're watching live coverage on Eurosport of the 1993 Copa America between Venezuela and the USA. Lalas. Play on, says the referee. And the flag goes up against Chris Henderson. The 10th offside in the first 34 minutes play, which has produced not one shot on target for Venezuela, 1 off target, just 1 goal and 2 corners in the match, both for the USA. So 10 minutes to the break then in Quito, and it's 1-0 to the USA in the 1993 Copa America Group C against Venezuela. Matthias. Rivas scored against Uruguay. The moment of his career. Was he fouled? And the header comes in. Well, Delguera, who also scored against Uruguay, was surprisingly given a great amount of freedom there. If we catch a replay, it'd be well worth seeing. Yes, incredible. He got goal side of the defender. And if he sees that again, when he goes back to his hotel, he'll be disappointed not to have done better than that. Kinnear. Lalas. Lots of feet here. It's a patient build-up, and that's a free kick. Ramos certainly felt the brunt of that challenge. Running ball, so I'm sure that Alexi Lalas will be asked to take that again. Clearly moving. And Ramos takes it. And only half chested down, but successfully by Vermes. Another free kick, and this will be a yellow card, I think. I'll be surprised if it isn't. There was no need for that whatsoever. All getting a little bit nasty. Ramos, the player, brought down here. You can see off, it was so cynical. And Delguera must be booked. Jose Delguera, I think will be very lucky if he gets away with it. He hasn't yet produced the yellow card, although he went to his pocket. What he has confirmed is it's a free kick. Tab Ramos to take it. We've 8 minutes to the break. Ramos floated in, and the header comes in, and a great chance for a second goal, surely! The goal's been given, and it's sparked off mass protests. The linesman has made no signal. Now, what do you think? Well, he's given the goal, that's for sure. What a bizarre end to the first half. In it comes now, is that over the line? It's not gone over, you know. That goal has been given, but should not count. There's no doubt the goal has been given, and there's no doubt the goal should never have occurred. It's a goal that will go down in the archives of South American soccer as the goal that was never a goal. It has been given. Who should we credit it to? That's the point. Well, 38 minutes played. The referee has clearly given a goal. And when you watch the replay, you'll clearly see it never crossed the line. No chance. There it is. It's hit the bar, that's all. No goal. But if we are going to credit it as a legitimate goal, and it'll go down in the archives as a goal when we read our papers, Lalas has got to be the scorer because he was the last person to touch it, but it never crossed the line. Not in a million years. So, real drama then, and Venezuela have every right to feel aggrieved. Now, how's that going to change the philosophy of the match? It's certainly, I think, given a victory to the USA. But I just wonder, as we quite rightly see more replays, but the more times you look at it, the more you know it hasn't crossed the line. There's no way that's a goal. And our host broadcasters, Gamma Vision, are right in bringing us as many replays as they want. But no matter how many times they show the film, you're not going to persuade anybody that this has crossed the line. Not there, or not there. It simply isn't a goal. But the referee's decision's final, and a controversial moment, and clearly Tab Ramos is a man that's going to be singled out for the Venezuelan players to use their feelings on. You've got to feel sorry for them in many ways, but they haven't created anything. And once again, we see the replay. It's not a goal, so it's been clearly established, no matter how many times we see that replay. Ramos then with the free kick. Venezuela have a goal kick. What a bizarre moment in a big tournament. Well, in other sports, in cricket around the world now, they've introduced a third umpire. Perhaps a third official in the stands might well have been of considerable assistance here, because this could get out of control. Echinacci there was just over the top in his challenge. There's no need for that. It was studs on Kinnear. Free kick to the USA. Venezuela have been denied only being one goal down here, and what's turning out to be a very heated occasion. Koeman's header well wide. Not close enough to bother Jose Gomez. We'll see it again from the free kick. The ball was drifting wide. It wasn't ever a major threat. As the flag goes up again for offside. 3 minutes to half-time. Well, thank God that that decision wasn't between two of the more heated nations in a more important game in many ways, more decisive. I admit at this level it's very disconcerting to see such a clear incident like that not being overruled. But can you imagine if it was involving the host nation? The crowd would have been involved as well. Here's Henderson, the legitimate goal scorer of the first goal. Kinnear. And again, USA leading by 2-0, and another free kick, and it'll be a yellow card. And it's only a matter of time, I think, before Venezuela will reduce to 10 men. That's Sergio Hernandez who's been booked. And, well, I think if I was a betting man, I might be looking for a price on a Venezuela player to be sent off in the second period. Free kick. As we have just 3 minutes to half-time. Leonardo Gonzalez to take this free kick. Venezuela are 2 down here in what's turning out to be a match full of controversy. 2 minutes to the break. It would be a Herculean effort from Venezuela to come back now. I'm sure that they feel everything's against them. Clavio. Some of the challenges leave a lot to be desired. Lalas and also John Doyle goes in. Doyle giving away the free kick on Sergio Hernandez, and there's no love lost there. Free kick to Venezuela. Now, we've only seen one long-range free kick produce a goal in this tournament. Carlos Munoz with the first goal of the tournament for Ecuador against Venezuela. It's from that end of the ground as well. Now, Friedel has to man his wall. Will the shot come quickly? This is Carlos Garcia, who was sent off earlier in the tournament. Venezuela trying to come forward, but once again, it peters out to nothing. We're into the final minutes of the first half here in Quito. Goal kick. Just thought it might have gone out for the corner, but overruled by the referee. The linesman not too interested. 20 seconds to half-time in what's been a match that's been dominated by that controversial second goal that's been given to the USA. Here's Henderson, scorer of the first, legitimately puts it across the back post, but it's wasted, and it's gone out for a goal kick. And I make that exactly 45 minutes played. USA 2, Venezuela 0 in a bizarre Group A match, which has produced very few chances, and Venezuela haven't even managed a shot on target. One shot off target. They failed to muster even a corner, and the corner count 2-0. The shots on target, well, Venezuela haven't had any, and the USA have managed half a dozen. Here's Garcia into stoppage time. He's won a free kick on halfway. 19 is Rivas. And again, still Rivas. Can they produce something in stoppage time that would give them hope for the second half? And the USA, boy, Milutinovic down on the bench screaming for his players to act in a professional manner as they go up to half-time. They're 2 up. And there's whistles around as the referee blows the half-time whistle here. He's the man that we should focus on as we take our half-time break. We'll have Eurosport news for you in the whole of the second half live, so stay with us. I think there could be some fireworks, and as I said, there could well be 1 or 2 Venezuelans taking an early bath. They must be absolutely sick. Venezuela haven't offered too much, but the USA are leading by 2-0. Enjoy the news and join us in Quito for the whole of the second half. Welcome back live to Eurosport's coverage of the 1993 Copa America. We're just to get underway in the second half, and Edson Rodriguez is the one substitution for Jose Dolgata at half-time. Reminding you the scoreline is 2-0 to the USA. And by some quick mathematical jiggery, we've worked out that if the USA can win this 3-0 or by more than 3 goals, then Mexico-Bolivia, our live match tomorrow, mustn't end in a draw. Otherwise, they'd both be out. So, every chance of an attacking match tomorrow. If Venezuela concede another goal. "45 minutes for them to change things around, but the second goal really hurt. We're crediting it to Alexi Lalas, but it'll go down in football folklore as the goal that never was, because it quite clearly never crossed the line. Venezuela, though, trying to make an opportunity, find a shot on target, something they didn't have in the first 45 minutes. USA this year have won 3 matches by 2 goals or more. Saudi Arabia, Qatar and England. And 4 of the players who beat England 13 days ago in that disappointing night for Graham Taylor's side are in this lineup tonight. Venezuela, who a week ago tonight in this stadium conceded 6 when they lost 6-1 and had Carlos Garcia sent off. Kobe Jones. Rodriguez, a substitute. This is Rivas. 7 is Gonzalez. And again, 2 minutes played. USA leading by 2-0. And Venezuela searching for a first shot on target in the entire match. Remember that the large crowd here, over 44,000, packed in, and there's several outside the stadium. And the price of tickets today was an inflated 20,000 sucre, which is only just over $10, and that was on the black market. In fact, number 13, Filosa's been the player who's gone off. Dolgata still part of the action. (2-0) the USA lead, and once again Ramos is caught offside. Three minutes played then in the second half in Quito, in the Copa America Group A clash between the USA and Venezuela. 2 goals, one by Chris Henderson after 21 minutes, and a second highly controversial by Alexi Lalas, who scored against England, remember, and he got the second after 38 minutes. Headed away by Ejinike. USA, who could still qualify if they could get a third goal. It would mean a draw is a highly unlikely outcome in the game between Mexico and Bolivia tomorrow. We'll have that for you live, and that promises to be, I think, a very interesting game. Well worth watching. Don't forget, lunchtime tomorrow, you can see the whole of Ecuador, Uruguay. Both sides already through to the quarterfinals, but plenty of pride to play for. Marcus Matthijs. Certainly Ecuador will want to remain in Quito in their base for as long as they can, and so they'll be looking for at least a draw from the match. Matthijs, searching ball, but really no chance of finding one of his colleagues. 5 minutes played then in the second half. USA still leading by 2-0. Football is very, very disjointed. Here's Rodriguez. Venezuela trying to fathom something, trying to produce something, but it really is a lot of misguided passes, and the quality isn't very good. The Mexican Wave, the feature that was started around stadiums throughout the world some 7 years ago in the Azteca Stadium for the World Cup in Mexico. It's continued right the way through, and being used by supporters as a way of injecting some additional excitement, arguably when the play becomes sterile. Fernando Clavijo back to Brad Friedel, who's kept out Tony Meola and really can't have had quite a 45 minutes in his professional amateur career, I wouldn't think. USA in search of a third goal. 6 minutes played in the second half. And a nice touch and an opportunity and a goal. It is the third. And that's the goal that could well open up this group. Dominic Kinnear has made it 3-0 after 52 minutes. And that's a real blow to Venezuela. It was a lovely return pass. And the USA are suddenly in a very useful position indeed. A lovely touch by Venice, and Kinnear with the finish. Here was a pass from Ramos. And there was the touch. It's a great goal from Kinnear. "52 minutes played then. Venezuela are 3 down here in a stadium where they conceded 6 goals last week. A classy third goal. And the free kick to be taken again for Venezuela. Well, certainly that opens up the qualification, and it means that Mexico and Bolivia will not want to draw tomorrow night, because that would knock them both out and give the USA a surprise place in the quarterfinals. Away by Caliguri. Well, what a turn-up that would be. The USA, who I thought might have had enough and be thinking of going home and having a break before the CONCACAF Cup. Nothing like it. They've come out here and they're continuing to stride forward. Great play that from Venice. The shot's well over the bar. From the man who's just scored, Dominic Kinnear. Well, he scored in their last 3-0 victory against Kedah. He also scored in the 1-1 draw against Romania and in the 2-2 draw against Canada. And Venezuela's defeat here will mean that Uruguay will join Ecuador as confirmed qualifiers. You can hear the vibrant shouts of Ecuador around the ground. Their side will be out on this pitch in some 50 minutes' time for a match that colleague Archie Macpherson will be bringing you in its entirety tomorrow lunchtime. Throw into Venezuela, who are 3 down with 36 minutes left to rustle something up. This is Marcos Matthias with the throw. Oh, that's desperate. Fernando Clavijo on what's a great night for USA Soccer. And again, this is Clavijo. Venezuela haven't shown anything up front. It's frightening. Come forward again. Here's Kinnear, the goal scorer of the third. USA 3, Venezuela 0. Alexi Lalas, we haven't seen too much of him in the second half. Not one of the more cultured balls he's played either. He's decided to play a more defensive role in the second half and make sure that things are tight at the back. But to be quite honest, Venezuela haven't really threatened. And so he could be in for a quiet last half hour. It's been a game barren of corners as well. Venezuela haven't produced any, and the USA have only managed 2. And we played 55 minutes. Away comes Rivas. He's hoping to show some injection of pace into his play. This is Rodriguez. Dolgetta, who I thought was going to go off, but in the end it was Filosa who left the field. There was no sign of Dolgetta. Filosa did come on, and he's claiming there was a foul there, which is ridiculous. Scored against Uruguay. He came on at the start of the second half, then went off, so bizarre circumstances. Then they pulled off the substitute and then took off Filosa. So Brad Friedel organises the wall. A chance for Venezuela, maybe. 5 is Sergio Hernandez, who's already been booked. Got a feeling he might be the man. It's left. But it comes out now to Matthias. No flag. And a corner kick. The first that Venezuela have won in the match. We played 12 minutes in the second half. Goal kick. Rivas wasting the opportunity. Here's Lalas. USA will be very happy. 3 goals in front. Makes it very interesting tomorrow night. Mexico, Bolivia. We'll have that live. And the flag goes up. And it was two of the players who were caught. Vermes and Ramos, both offside. Free kick, and it's against Venezuela, playing on, and that was a good decision from Alberto Taraja. Here come the USA again. Kobe Jones. Kinnear. This is Vermes. Kinnear again. Lalas was calling for it. He had no chance of getting it. This is Vermes again. Might try a shot. Well, it was always going over. Another chance gone. 14 minutes played. Remember that Desmond Armstrong on the USA side is out of the rest of the tournament after injury he suffered in the first game against Uruguay and Ambato. Venezuela have now conceded 109 goals in their 30th Copa America match. A statistic they won't be particularly proud of. It's over 3.5 a game. Away comes Kinnear. His third goal in 1993 has really given the USA that outside chance of still qualifying, which opens up the remaining matches. Here's Ramos. Plays the ball wide out onto the right-hand side of the field. Fernando Clavio offside against Cobi Jones. Arguably the star of the Olympic team in Barcelona. Missed several chances against Ecuador. Came closest to scoring in the first half before the opening goal with a header. It was pushed wide for the first corner. Just the 3 corners managed so far in the game so far. And we've now been playing exactly an hour, and the USA leading by 3-0. Saved from going out for a corner kick, but given away for a throw to the USA. Half an hour to go. And it's from these set pieces that the USA are likely to conjure up a goal. What a great goal the first one was. Lalas with the throw. Surely he was impeded again. Only this time the foul goes the other way. And John Doyle was coming up. There was no way that the Venezuelan defender was in an illegal position there. Echenalsi, and well, Carlos Garcia booed by the home public after his disgraceful foul on Aguinaga last week. 28 minutes to go. USA 3, Venezuela 0. And it looks like Bruce Murray's going to come on and replace Cobi Jones. Well, Bruce Murray, the leading scorer in USA football. He scored 21 goals and he's about to come on and make his 89th appearance. He's their leading all-time player in both appearances and goals. And they may be looking for a 4th. This is the man that's going to come off, Cobi Jones. And not before he gets yet another kicking. Marcus Matthias. This is Sergio Hernandez. 4 is Matthias. Sweeping ball to the far side. Henderson, who scored the first goal. A great moment for him. This is Caliguri. Lalas will ask for it and then ask for it to go back to the heart of the defence, and John Doyle. Game being played at a walking pace now. 18 minutes played in the second half. USA have got what they want. They don't want to let it go. Doyle. Complete waste again. And some of the quality of the passing has not been very high at all. Leonardo Gonzalez picks up possession for Ecuador. Fall is Mateus. Played out onto the right-hand side. Carlos Garcia hoping to get it and does. Venezuela yet to have a shot on target in the match. We've been playing now 64 minutes. USA leading by 3-0. And another complete waste. Not even Marco Mateus can get that, as it's confirmed that Cobi Jones leaves the field and on comes Bruce Murray to add yet another cap to those that he's accumulated in becoming the all-time cap winner for the USA. It's his 90th cap. And away goes Murray straight away into the action to float in the cross. That would have been a wonderful start for him. 25 minutes to go. USA leading by 3-0. Etienalzi, that's a great ball. And chested down, there's a great chance here, and a goal! And that was a sucker punch. It was scored by Dolgetta. And Venezuela have surprised everybody here and really caught the USA out after 65 minutes. Dolgetta, who scored against Uruguay, in fairness, took this ever so well. It's 3-1. And now the USA have still got to provide another goal to give themselves a chance of scoring. Great finish from Dolgetta. 3-1. And I'm sure that the USA, in particular Borna Mijatovic, must be absolutely sick. It was a very poor goal to give away a great finish. "24 minutes for Venezuela to try and get something else out of the match. USA need another goal to put real pressure on Mexico, Bolivia to go for the win tomorrow night. As it would turn out, if it was the same score, we still could have lots and even a scoreless draw or a 1-1 draw. So there's still a lot to play for, but it came out of nothing, that goal for Venezuela, and it came as a big surprise because that was their first shot on target. And Dolgetta, who I thought was going to go off at half-time, has scored his second goal of the competition. Can the USA find something now? Gomez with the sliding clearance. Bruce Murray coming across, but I'm sure this will be left for Alexi Lalas. Yes, he's going to go into the penalty area. Here comes Lalas to take this. It's 3-1. And Lalas complaining that the Venezuela players are time wasting. Here's Gene Harbour. Borna Mijatovic is now deciding to throw caution to the wind and bringing on all his attacking players. Here's Lalas. Again, he was penalised, and the ball comes into the penalty area, and a chance for Tab Ramos, but he couldn't quite utilise the opportunity. Play on this time. This is a great opportunity. There are 5 US players in the centre. Lalas comes up with a header down, and he can't get a second goal. He was penalised anyway. We've reached the midway point of the second half here. USA 3, Venezuela 1 in Group A in the 1993 Copa America. USA going 3-0 in front, cruising. Remember, a 3-goal win would put pressure on Mexico and Bolivia not to draw tomorrow. That's a great way for a match to be played, knowing that if it's a draw, both would be knocked out. So guarantee great entertainment, and we're bringing you that live on Eurosport. Now the situation's slightly different. USA could do with another goal. 3-1, 21 minutes to go. This is Vermes, who's had a fine match. Clavio, offside again for the 9th time. And that'll disappoint Borna Milutinovic, the USA coach, as they make this substitution. And Dominic Kinnear is coming off. The Glasgow-born midfield player who scored his 3rd goal in 1993 when he got the 3rd goal for the USA is replaced by Gene Harbour. And now the USA have Harbour and Murray, both strikers, both recognised strikers up front. And can they provide them with a 4th goal that would open up the group? Or will Venezuela produce a comeback? The flag's gone up, it won't count. It's put in. Hysteria in the section away to our left-hand side in the crowd, but all the players knew that that wasn't going to count. Let's have a look at, yeah, clearly offside. Still 3-1, 20 minutes to go. Harbour's first touch. Can the USA get another goal? But again, offside. And they've been quite naive in the way that they've been caught so often. Wouldn't say it's the brilliance of the Venezuela offside trap. You're watching live coverage from Quito, the capital city of Ecuador, of the 1993 Copa America here. And the match between the USA and Venezuela, currently 3-1. Here's Harbour. Now he's got a fresh pair of legs and a lot of pace. Still Harbour. Oh, clever back pass. Important one as well. Gomez under a bit of pressure. I think the USA are going to go for this. I think they're going to really go for the do or die, nothing to lose situation and try and get a 4th goal. I'm sure they realise the position. If not, Borna Milutinovic will be away to tell them that position. It's a free kick for a gain offside, quickly taken. Henderson. Lalas. And again offside, and that was Harbour just being so slow. Venezuela seem to have accepted that they're going to lose this match, but they're delighted that they've got on the score sheet. Now Lalas, Harbour goes one way. Surely the pass should come in, but it's too late. Now, Harbour again. This time he's in the clear, and Harbour with an opportunity, and he should have scored. He should have done so much better. He wasted that chance. And Gene Harbour's only been on the pitch 2 or 3 minutes. No wonder Bruce Murray puts his hands on his head. This was a golden chance. He didn't find the man. He didn't find the accuracy with the shot. And Venezuela let off the hook here with 17 minutes to go. 3-1, USA lead. A 4th goal low, and they have a 3-goal win on the night, which makes so much of a difference to the position as to who's going to qualify for the quarterfinals. Long clearance, and a great opportunity, and is this going in? It's going wide. What an intelligent bit of play from Peter Vermes. USA creating countless chances now. That's 3 great opportunities in the space of just a few seconds, and look at this for a wonderful piece of opportunism from Vermes. It was the lob, it was desperately unlucky. 16 minutes to go. It's still 3-1 to the USA, but will it be enough to give them a place in the quarterfinals? The answer, very, very unlikely at the moment. Another goal, and they'd have every chance. John Doyle. heads it away. This is Echinasi. And stopped from going out for a corner by Clay Koeman. Throw into Venezuela. Marco Matthias to take it. USA leading by 3-1 here. We have 16 minutes to go in Quito. Can the USA find a 4th goal that would put real pressure on Mexico and Bolivia to produce an outright winner tomorrow night in a game that we'll show you live? Or will the result still be in the balance? And it's a throw-in. Lalas calls for it, and I think I'm not sure whether he's going to get it or not. 75 minutes played then, 15 to go. Free kick to the USA. Great turn. And only half cleared. And the shot comes in! And John Doyle was looking for that elusive goal. In his 56th appearance, and he's yet to find the net. (3-1) the USA lead. You're watching live coverage with 76 minutes played here from Quito. Rodriguez. Matthias. Rivas to take the free kick. Floated in, header down. Gonzalez. Lalas went in for it and gets the return. Just 13 minutes to go now. Kept in just, or not, no. Echinasi. Lalas. And again, offside. And the two of them, Harbour and Murray, both caught incredibly square. 13 minutes to go then in Quito. You're watching Eurosport's coverage of the Copa America, and Venezuela have another opportunity, and that's a brilliant finish. That is an outstanding goal, and take that, says Dolguera. It's 3-2, and Venezuela have produced one of the goals of the tournament. Well, Dolguera can certainly finish, and that was a beauty. Great strike, 3-2. Oh, yes. And he enjoyed that one, his third of the tournament. Lovely pass from Rivas. Dolguera was away, and that's a great finish. 2 shots on target, 2 goals for Venezuela, and Dolguera with a beauty. .79 minutes played then in Quito, and Venezuela with a very unlikely second goal. They've only had 2 shots on target, and they've both gone in. It was a beauty from Dalgeta, and it might not be over yet. It could be one of the most dramatic comebacks. You'd written them off at 3-0 completely. And it's amazing how they've got 2 goals, to be quite honest. They've had 2 chances. They only managed 1 goal in the Copa in 1991 in Chile, and they lost 5-1 to Peru. Garcia. They'll be talking about that goal that Lalas allegedly scored now in the bars in Caracas. No flag, yes, it's gone up again late. The game play on now. That was very interesting from Alberto Taraja. He perhaps decided to keep the free movement of the play. We've 10 minutes to go. And this is a fascinating match now. To be quite honest, it's only really helped the causes of the other teams, because it's hard to see how the USA can qualify. And Venezuela certainly can't if the scores stay the same. So, footballing suicide from the USA, let back in Venezuela. And Murray was caught there, but no foul. Here's Rodriguez. Echanesi. Venezuela, as I said, about 2 chances. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. And we've 10 minutes to go. It's 3-2 to the USA, who go in search of a 4th goal. Here's Harbour. What a chance he had to make it 4-1 before Dalgeta got his 2nd. That really was the turning point of this match, along with the Lalas goal that should never have been given. USA then still hoping for the victory. They lead by 3-2 here. Into the last 10 minutes we go. Harbour, no flag. Good save from Gomez to deny Chris Henderson the score of the 1st goal. It seems an age ago now, after 21 minutes, when he put the USA in front. Harbour there through to Henderson, and that was a good save from Gomez. Throw into the USA. 8 minutes to go here in Quito. Well, Venezuela want to bring on Ricardo Milio, and he's a striker, so very interesting to see what his role in the remaining 8 minutes might be. Certainly, Vladimir Dukovic can be proud of his players, who've soaked up so much pressure and not really looked like they were going to produce much, for the score twice and really made something of this match. Remember, Chile beat Brazil 3-2. And still Venezuela come forward. They could still get something, you know, here. And there's a great opportunity. And it was still not cleared. Well, Marcus Matthias had 1 chance. It's a shame for them it didn't fall to Dalgeta. That's their best opportunity apart from the goal. It's bizarre how a team can have so many chances in the closing stages. And it was a miss-hit volley in the end. What a finish. 7 to go here in Quito. Henderson. Harbour. Still Harbour. Henderson again. This is Bruce Murray. Harbour's a miles offside. Murray tries one. Great save. And he's palmed it out for a corner. No, goal kick. They're throwing him in. It's not gone out for a corner. Henderson. What a great save this was. Harbour. And Murray comes in, and he struck this so well. That looked a certain goal. Great save from Gomez. Away come Venezuela again, in search of a dramatic equaliser here. They've got a free kick. Oh! He had to get a yellow card. He's got to get a red. He had to be sent off. Stalin Rivas goes for retaliation on Paul Caliguri. Well, there was no need for it, right in front of the referee. Look at this. Well, I think he made a meal of it, in fairness. When you look at the replay, Rivas is absolutely mortified. And Caligari is the player down. Did he take a dive? Still, Emilio waits to come on. We've 6 minutes to go. Starlin Rivas. Scored against Uruguay. Sent off for retaliation. Shakes his head. Leaves the field, the second Venezuela player to be sent off in this stadium. And what's going to be the punishment for Caligari? I think it'll be just yellow. I'd be surprised if he's sent off. Echenique is leaving and Emilio coming on. Caligari just gets a yellow card. And Venezuela look for a late equaliser. 5 minutes to play here in Quito. Delgado has got them both. He's been the jewel in the Venezuela crown in this tournament. And they're coming forward again. It's an amazing finish here in Quito. The excitable Ecuadorians are clearly looking forward to their game, which kicks off in 20 minutes, and we'll have the whole of it for you at lunchtime tomorrow on Eurosport. There's confirmation of Caligari's yellow card, and Harbour once again caught offside. He's been caught offside 4 times, and he's only been on the field a matter of minutes. 4 minutes to go then. Can Venezuela snatch an equaliser after being 3 down after 51 minutes? They've had very few chances. Their first 2 produced goals, the second a goal of high quality. Murray this time, offside on the near side, and also was Vermes. Radomir Dukovic, who formerly played for Red Star, he's also had a spell at Oviedo as a coach in Spain. He's got plenty of experience worldwide. Another flag for offside. Well, this has been a game that's been littered with petty mistakes and offside decisions, and yet provided us with 5 goals and many moments of controversy. Truman. Again offside. Well, that's 4 in the last 2 minutes. It's as though sometimes you wonder whether the players are aware of the rule. 3 minutes to go. Venezuela 2, USA 3. And it looks like both sides are going to be eliminated from this competition in this Group A, with Ecuador and Uruguay battling it out to who wins the group. Uruguay need a win. A draw would be enough for the host nation. USA at least will have the consolation of winning a game. Now look back on the chances that they had in the match against Uruguay, where they lost 1-0. Two and a half to go. Is there a final twist to a story that's had plenty of drama so far? Offside, and how many times have I said that this evening? Well, it's a dozen in the last 10 minutes. Lalas searching forward. It's a storming run. It's still Lalas, but he must win a free kick, surely. He does. The pulling of Lalas there was noted by Alberto Tarja. And Venezuela with now under 2 minutes to go. Search for an equaliser. That would be one of the most unlikely that we've seen in modern day football. From 3-0 down, they didn't have an earthly. Shot comes in, and that's a good save from Brad Friedel. Well, Edson Rodriguez caught that really well, and away comes Gene Harbour. Still Harbour. Kept in, no corner. There's only been 3 in the match. Still Harbour. This time he floats across the far post. It's gone well wide and gone out for a throw-in. Gene Harbour's distribution letting him down. A minute to go. And Quito has been served up with a rich hors d'oeuvre, which I hope you've enjoyed live on Eurosport. It's been a very bitty match, but there's been enough moments of controversy to have given you some late-night entertainment, I hope. Lunchtime tomorrow, make a date for Ecuador against Uruguay, which will decide the group. Same time, same place tomorrow. I hope you'll join me for Mexico against Bolivia. How interesting that match could have been if the USA had won by 3. But away comes Venezuela! And a great shot there coming in from Mateus, but it's gone over the bar. That was the chance, the opportunity. As we reach the 90-minute mark. Mateus quickly and over the bar. Chance for Ecuador as we go into stoppage time. The home fans will see their heroes in 15 minutes' time after seeing a 5-goal thriller in which the USA and Ecuador are battling out. No flag this time. And it's still an opportunity. Oh, and it's there! Oh, what an equaliser! And what a way to wrap up a quite magnificent match. Miguel Ecuador makes it 3-3 in stoppage time, and the USA have denied a victory, which Boromir Tinovic will wonder just how Venezuela have produced so little in this match. But Echenalsi, Argentinian-born, who scored the only goal in their Copa America in Chile against Peru, has scored here to make it 3-3. What an unlikely goal in a match that's been full of so much controversy. The USA have committed football suicide. Look at Harbour, he was sitting down halfway inside his own half. And what a finish. Well, they've not had many chances. You've got to give them credit for the way they've taken them. And Brad Friedel has hardly made a save all night. 3-3 in stoppage time. What a dramatic match in Group A in the Copa America. Leonardo Gonzalez is down. And Venezuela have got a draw out of this. But the goal difference is still horrendous because of the 6-1 defeat to Ecuador. They drew 2-2 with Uruguay. Frankly, I thought that was unlikely. Echenalsi is the hero of Caracas tonight. The flag, the giant flag of Ecuador. Let's have a look at it again. It was such a great finish. He whisked onto it and finished it so masterfully. The home nation's flag. They now know for certain it's Ecuador and Uruguay from this group. What a turnaround. And the final whistle goes. It's like a victory for Venezuela. They've only won once in the history of the Copa America, and that was in 1969 in Montevideo. Well played to them. They've come from 3 goals down, and they surely felt the luck was against them. Boromir Tinovic walks off, frankly, in disgust, I think, at the way his side have collapsed. A night of drama. It was a match that had very few chances in so many ways to produce 6 goals. It was, you could hardly say it was end-to-end, because quite simply, Venezuela had 5 chances in the match. They scored with 3 of them, and it's nice to see Radomir Dukovic and Boromir Tinovic exchange words at the end of what's been a night to remember for Venezuelan football, and there haven't been too many of those in recent years. They've come from 3 goals behind to draw 3-3 with the USA in Group A, which means that from this group, Ecuador and Uruguay will qualify. Full coverage of that, lunchtime on Tuesday with Archie Macpherson.
And a very warm